Hello and welcome. My name is Darian, and I am tonight going to share with you a little bit about using essential oils in your everyday life. So just bear with me. Okay, so hopefully everyone can see my screen. Okay, so I'm going to begin by telling you a little bit about myself. So I am the mother of two young girls. That's Asher and Finley. They're 5 and 8. And about maybe 2.5 years ago, I was going through a really difficult time in my life. My mom had just died, and I was depressed and dealing with grief and not coping very well. And so I started looking around for things that might help. So I was seeing counselors and doing that kind of thing. But I kept noticing essential oils coming up in blogs that I was reading and things like that. So I thought I'd give it a try. And I bought some doTERRA, and I was absolutely amazed at how it made me feel. And now looking back, how it has been life-changing for me, opening up a whole group of women in my life, and just being an amazing adventure and journey for me. So when I'm asked why I decided to start sharing, the use of essential oils, it's those two young girls there on the screen. That's the reason why. I am very passionate about safe and effective and alternative healthcare, and I absolutely love that my girls turn to essential oils before anything else if they're not feeling well, or if they've got a bump or whatever it is. And so I feel really passionate about that, and I decided that I wanted to start sharing the oils. So let's begin. So essential oils have been used for centuries to support the body in healing. And if we think back to probably not that long ago, before Western medicine, we did use plant medicine to help with our bodies, illnesses and that kind of thing. And if you think back to even the Bible, I mean, Jesus was given frankincense and myrrh. So it's been around for centuries, and so it's also 100% natural. So the essential oils are pure extracts from plants, and they are 50 to 70% more powerful than herbs. And I've said there, one drop goes a long way. So one drop actually can make a massive difference in the body. For example, one drop of peppermint is equivalent to 28 cups of tea, so peppermint tea. So it's incredibly potent and concentrated. And if we think that we're only using one drop of the peppermint oil, it becomes very affordable, especially when peppermint is a wonderful cooling oil. And if we can do that to bring down a body's temperature with only one drop, without any side effects or anything, then it's extremely affordable. So essential oils are nature's defense mechanism for plants. So it's what the plants use to defend against radicals and things that might attack it. And so we can actually use these in our body to help not only prevent those kinds of things from happening, but also to help our own body's immune system. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about that later on. So essential oils can be used for a wide variety of health and healing needs. And this is one of the things that I absolutely love about them, that not only can we use them for medicinal uses, But we can also use them to help balance our moods and emotions. And I mean, that's the reason why I started using the oils, and then was suddenly realized that I could use them to, you know, replace most things in my medicine cabinet as well. So they're incredibly versatile. Essential oils have the ability to treat the problem rather than masking the symptoms. And so what I mean by this is that the essential oils actually help the body do its job, and it doesn't actually mask the problem. So for example, if you're feeling a bit nauseous, or you know, have a stomach bug or something like that, if we use, for example, Digestin, which is a blend, and the main ingredient in that one is peppermint, but it also has, you know, fennel and ginger and those kinds of oils. What might happen is that you actually might feel more sick for a few minutes. But what it's actually doing is helping the body get rid of whatever it's trying to get rid of. It's not actually suppressing that, which is fantastic. It means just improving the strength of what your body wants to do anyway. Safe, effective, affordable, and an alternative. I've already sort of spoken about that. I'll speak about the safety a little bit later as well. Take a proactive role in your health, and I really love this part about using essential oils as well. So my daughters are young, and they come to me and ask me for certain oils now. They know what their body needs. They know what they need in order to, you know, help take away the pain of a bug bite, or perhaps they're feeling, you know, a bit nauseous, or whatever it may be. They actually come and, you know, they know what they want. And I really love that. I think that's so empowering, for them not to be told or just given something, but they're actually asking for it. There's no known side effects. So with essential oils, like I said, they're helping the body do what it is naturally wanting to do. And there's no known side effects to using essential oils. The only thing with some essential oils, for example, oregano or cassia or cinnamon, they're considered hot oils. And so if we're using them topically on our skin, we would want to dilute them in something like a fractionated coconut oil, so that it wouldn't burn the skin. Or if we're taking oregano internally, which I'm going to talk about in a bit as well, we could put oregano into a veggie cap and take it that way instead of just, you know, drinking it or taking it straight, because they're just too strong. They're too powerful, and safe for the whole family. So yeah. Okay, so what are essential oils? So essential oils are the natural aromatic compounds that are found in plants. So if you look over on the right-hand side there, you see the peppermint plant, and beside it is a leaf of a peppermint plant magnified about 300 times. So what we're looking at there, the little white sacs, are actually the oil sacs, and around them, you know, they're sort of being protected by these little spiky things, yeah, it's just amazing. So I love that. And the one at the bottom, the clary sage plant, and you can see the little clary sage oil sacs. So they're, you know, they're protecting the plant, and so we can extract those and they're extracted by either cold press or steam distilled, depending on what they're coming from. And the oils that we're extracting come from seeds, leaves, peel, like the, you know, peel of the citrus fruit, bark, the stem. And so we have access to all of these in these oils. Okay, so why doTERRA? Now, I'm going to be honest and say I haven't used any other essential oils, but I really, really love what doTERRA is doing in the world, and I feel very confident in the essential oils that they are providing. So there's a number of different types of essential oils. There's synthetic, there's food grade, there's therapeutic grade, and what doTERRA has done is they've actually come in and their goal was to find the purest essential oils on the planet, and there was nothing that they could grade those at. So they actually started up what's called a certified pure therapeutic grade, and what they do is they test every liter of oil that comes through to make sure that it is 100% the essential oil that it's meant to be. So that means that there's absolutely no additives, there's no fillers, there's no carrier oils unless it states on the bottle. There's no pesticides or herbicides or anything like that. And that's why we can safely take these essential oils internally. So they've gone to the next level as far as providing us with pure essential oils. The second thing I really love about doTERRA is what they are doing on a global level. So you can see the map on the right-hand side is showing where all those oils are being sourced from, so all over the world. And so what they have done, they've actually gone to the place where those plants are grown in their natural environment. They are growing in the soil that best supports that plant. So for example, I think it's on there, yeah, so lemon is being sourced from Italy, and that's where it's most naturally grown. Now I'm from Canada, and we actually, it's not on here, but in Canada they source the arbovitae oil, and in Australia, the melaleuca or tea tree oil is sourced from here. So I love that they're not only providing the most pure essential oil, but they're also going and looking and finding it from its most purest source as well. The other thing about how they're sourcing these oils is that you can see that quite a number of the oils come from developing countries, and what they actually do is not only just buy the oils, but they're actually working with the communities, the farmers, and the people there in those countries, and doing incredible charitable work. And so I really love this. As a single mom on one income, I'm quite conscious of where I spend my money, and I love that I'm supporting work that's being done globally, even by just ordering my oils and using my oils in my own home. I know that it's affecting the bigger picture, I guess you could say. If you go onto YouTube and Google co-impact sourcing and doTERRA, you'll find so many different videos on the work that they're doing in these countries. It's just amazing. Okay, so how can we use these oils? There's 3 different ways. The first and probably the most popular way is aromatically. So you can see that's my daughter Asher smelling Arise, which is actually a new oil blend that's just come out. It's part of the yoga collection. So she's smelling the oil straight from the bottle, and so she's getting the therapeutic benefits aromatically into her body by smelling straight from the bottle. Another way that you could do that is just putting a drop straight on the palm of your hand, rubbing it together, and just cupping your hands and inhaling like that. It's another beautiful way of getting the oils aromatically. Another way is to use a diffuser. So this is a wonderful way to have the oils supporting the entire family by having a diffuser going. So a diffuser basically, you've got water and you just add the essential oils to the water, and it diffuses into the air, and so you're getting the benefits of the oils that way. This is a really safe way of using the oils, so it's a wonderful way if you've got very young children, babies, to use a diffuser is a great way of getting them giving them the benefits of the oils. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about using aromatically when I go into the specifics of each of the oils as well. The second way that we can use the oils is topically. So when we use the oils topically, we recommend to dilute them in a carrier oil. So something like a fractionated coconut oil is the best. And the reason why is because fractionated coconut oil is just coconut oil in the liquid form. It never goes solid. And it's actually a very light oil, and when we put a essential oil with this, it actually helps to carry the essential oil, which is a heavier oil, into the body quicker. So, and this is also, very beneficial in making them more affordable, because if you think I'm using one drop of, for example, peppermint, and using some coconut oil to dilute it, you're actually, getting more surface area of the oil. It's going into your body quicker, and you can see in the picture that that person's putting it on their feet, and putting the oils on their feet is a wonderful way of getting it into the body the quickest. And so, but we can use it elsewhere as well. What I like about using the oils on the bottom of the feet, because I've got young children, sometimes the peppermint oil, for example, I'm using that one a lot, but sometimes that one can be very strong for a young child. So, for example, to help them, bring down their body temperature, putting it on the bottom of their feet is the quickest way to get into their body, and they're not bothered by the scent around their head. So there's lots of ways that we can use the oils topically. And then the third way, and this is quite unique to doTERRA, the third way is using them internally. So because we know that they're the purest essential oil, they are safe to ingest. And I love this this way because I have had depression in the past. I started using citrus oils in my water, and citrus oils are really uplifting, they're really cleansing, and my favorite is to have a couple of drops of lime oil in some soda water, and it's so refreshing. I'm getting the benefits of that beautiful oil, and I'm putting it straight into my body with water or soda water. So I love that. Now you can also cook with them, using some of the herb oils like oregano or thyme or basil or rosemary in Italian cooking is another way, and they're very potent. For example, if you put one drop of oregano in a pot of bolognese, you are going to taste it. It's incredibly potent. So I love that. And there's so many other uses for oregano as well. So, and I'm going to go into that in a little bit. So internally is another way. Putting wild orange into some raw chocolate or something like that is so delicious. I've got a friend who flavors all her kombucha with essential oils as well, so that's another little tip. Okay, so now I'm going to go through the top 10 most popular essential oils, And as you can see there on the screen, those are the top 10. And when you start using essential oils with doTERRA, one of the ways that you can get them, the most economical way that you can get them, is by having a wholesale account. And I'll go through that a little bit later, but I'm going to highlight the top 10 that are found in two of our probably most popular kits. So the most popular kit is the Home Essentials kit, and it's those oils, and it includes a diffuser. So those oils are in 15 ml bottles, except for the one on the end, which is the ice blue, and that's in a 5 ml bottle. The Essential Collection also includes those 10 oils, but they're all in a 5 ml bottle, so all the little bottles. So it's kind of like a sample kit, and it doesn't include the diffuser as well. So I'm going to talk specifically to the Home Essentials kit and go through really briefly those 10 oils. Okay, so in the kit, in the top 10 oils, there are 4 oil blends and 6 of the straight essential oil. So I'm going to talk quickly about the oil blends first. So the first one is On Guard, and On Guard is our immune support blend. Its main ingredient is clove, but it also has wild orange and cinnamon. And this is the oil. We can actually take this all 3 ways. We can use it in a diffuser. It's fantastic for clearing and cleaning up the air. If you've got an illness in the home, we can use it internally, a couple of drops in some water or in a veggie cap, or is going to help the body. And we can also use it topically as well. So it's a great one to use as a preventative. So my girls roll some On Guard on their feet most evenings before they go to bed. And yeah, we have not had much illness at all this year, which is just fantastic. So the other thing with On Guard, because it's got things like the wild orange and the clove, is that this oil can actually be used for cleaning. So I use about 10 drops in a 200 ml bottle of water, in a spray bottle, and that's what I use as an all-purpose cleaner. So next week, I'll just tell you now, next week I'm going to go through each of these oils in a lot more depth, so I'll just do them really quickly for the purposes of tonight. So the next oil is Easy Air. So Easy Air is the oil that we use for supporting our respiratory system. So it's kind of like your equivalent to Vicks. And this is a great one to use for any kind of congestion. It's good. It can help with snoring, any kind of breathing issues. It's a great one to use before you go out to exercise, because it helps to open up the airways and get more oxygen into your body. So yeah, so we can use this one topically or in a diffuser, so aromatically. You wouldn't really need or want to take it internally, although we do have throat drops. So if you've got a sore throat, then there are Easy Air throat drops available as well. So the next one is Ice Blue. So Ice Blue is the athletic blend, and so this one, you can see in the picture, it's actually got a different lid. So that's kind of a child safety lid. This one we don't want to take internally. We want to, and you really wouldn't need to. There's really no need to diffuse it either. This is like the equivalent of your deep heat. So mixing a couple of drops of this and rubbing it into sore muscles or into sore joints is really going to help. It's also really good for growing pains. So if you've got kids that are at that stage in their life where they're going through that, then this really helps with growing pains as well. The fourth blend is DigestZen. So I've already mentioned this earlier on. So this is the digestive the digestive blend. And so anything to do with digestion, you know, upset tummy, nervous tummy, if you've got any kind of digestion, you know, if vomiting, or it's also really good for flying. So if you get motion sickness or car sickness or anything like that, the main ingredients are peppermint, there's fennel, ginger, so all really, really settling to the digestion. Okay, so oregano is the next one, and I've already sort of mentioned oregano a little bit. So this is an oil that we can use for supporting our immune system as well. But it's also, you know, really good for any kind of, well, it helps with any kind of viruses, or my daughter has been using it on a wart that was on the bottom of her foot. It's wonderful in food. It's detoxifying. Yeah, there's lots and lots of uses for oregano oil. Frankincense. So I should have left this one for last because this is one of my all-time favorite oils. Frankincense, they call it the king of oils, and it's probably the most heavily tested oil, essential oil on the planet. It's wonderful for any kind of skin issue, incredible for mood support. Basically, if you were to add frankincense to any other oil, it would just make that oil work so much better. You can take it internally, you can diffuse it, you can use it on the skin. I love adding it to my moisturizer in the evening before I go to bed. I put a drop under my tongue most days. It's wonderful for brain function. The list just go on and on and on. So that's frankincense, and it's so amazing that we have this oil included in this kit as well, because it's probably one of the most expensive oils because of how it's harvested. And okay, so lemon's the next one. So lemon's a wonderful cleansing, uplifting oil. You can put it in your drinking water, put it in your cooking. You can use it in your cleaning. So you could add it to the On Guard for a cleaner. I put a couple of drops on my dishwasher tablet, and it makes the glasses just sparkle. It's amazing. It's a wonderful oil to put with peppermint in the diffuser for if you're feeling a bit of, you know, tired in the afternoon, for an uplifting one, or in the morning to get you going. Yeah, there's just so many uses for lemon as well. Okay, so lavender. Lavender is probably the essential oil that you've used or bought at the pharmacy. Is probably the most popular essential oil. The wonderful thing about this lavender is that you're getting the pure essential oil. There's no other additives, and it's commonly used for relaxing, for calming the body. So using it in the evening in a diffuser is wonderful. A couple of drops in the bath or a foot bath. But the other thing that we can use pure lavender oil for is for any kind of skin issues. So if you've got any redness, rashes, it works incredibly well. And a couple of nights ago, I burnt my finger very badly on the stove, and I just grabbed the lavender and put a couple of drops straight on it, and the relief was almost instant. So that's, I mean, there's lots and lots of uses for this one, and I keep saying that with all of them, but there really is. Okay, so tea tree. This one's sourced here in Australia, and so you probably already know quite a few of the uses for this. So again, really good for the skin, great for any kind of earaches, drop behind the ear, works really well. yeah, we can take this one internally to support our body internally as well. It doesn't taste great, but you could put it into a veggie cap or add it with some other oils too. I like to put tea tree, frankincense, lavender, on guard in some raw honey if I'm really sick, and I just take that internally. And then the last one is peppermint. So I've already talked quite a bit about peppermint, peppermint oil. Okay. So I mentioned before that one of the ways, or the best way to use these oils is to have a wholesale account. So to get started, basically you just pick a kit, and these kits are discounted. And so the two, you can see the two on the left-hand side there, the Essential Collection and the Home Essentials Kit, are the two that I sort of highlighted tonight. There are others, and so if you're interested in the other ones, yeah, just contact me and I can go through those. So when you purchase a kit, it basically means that you've got a wholesale account for 12 months, and you have it gives you 25% off of all the retail, of all the retail price of all of the products available. You've got the option of joining the monthly rewards program, which I'm also going to talk about in 2 weeks' time. I'm going to do a webinar on that. And probably the best part is that when you have a wholesale account, you will be joining our team and getting ongoing support, which includes an e-course which I email out to you. You get a welcome pack. You've got one-on-one guidance, mentoring if you decide that you want to start sharing yourself. And that's probably the most powerful thing, is that it's not like you just get your oils and that's it. Then you've got to figure it out for yourself. There's a team of people here that are available to help you at any time, you know, with ordering, with what oils need to be for what. There's also a lot of resources available as well. So DoTerra.com is a wonderful place to start. Google will be your friend. I Google a lot, and of course, you know, following me on Facebook or Instagram. I post regularly there different blends and different things that I'm using, and so yeah, so make sure that you follow me there. If you're interested in getting started this month, there are also some bonuses for opening up an account. So I just urge you to contact me. There's all my details there on the screen. Or go straight to my doTERRA website, which is mydoterra.com/choosing joy, and you can find some more information there. If you want to just get started, just hit the join and save tab, and it'll go through the prompts to choose your kit and get started, and I'll be in contact with you after you do. So if you've got any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me, and I look forward to sharing with you more on next week. Thank you. Good night.